simple. They have a lot of team fight. I'm not sure if OG is going to be able to match the straight-up 5 versus 5. And looking at some of the counter picks in this game, like Lina was picked later into the draft. They needed some egg hitter because they didn't have any. The hero is super popular in China, as Panel mentioned. The hero is either banned or picked. But yeah, Dragonite last pick. Speaking of China, this was very popular. I think we've seen 2 or 3 Dragonites being played in China, and the hero looks really good. They needed someone to sustain throughout the mid lane, the spam that Queen of Pain brings. And one of the reasons why they decided to go with Queen of Pain is limited amount of lockdown. They have Beastmaster Roar, Rubik's Lift, so Tundra needed some kind of a low cooldown stun, and yeah, Dragonite is back. He did receive some buffs in the last couple of patches, straight up buffs to his region, Dragon Blood, more armor, more base damage. So the hero, I think we're going to see more of it.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of like the panel said, it's not this hero that's going to make you go, ooh, ah, right at the end, but it is definitely one of those heroes that's going to do a lot. And I don't know, Dragonite, for me at least, it kind of sparks a little excitement. I'm very big onto the Elder Dragon form, Blink Dragon Tail. It's always nice. I like it.
It's a flashy hero. You blink in, you stun, and then go, whoa. The rest of the team needs to do something. I mean, he does have a shard, so that's at least something. And also the reduced cooldown on his Dragon form that he received, minus 10 or minus 15 seconds, so you have that more often. Looking at the lanes, Saksa will be playing with the 33, pretty standard, you know. These two guys, I don't think they had like a really bad game. It's 33 on his classic Zoo hero, and we're gonna see the spam coming out from the Beastmaster, starting with the Wild Axes, and yeah, this is a tri lane. They want to get something. Oh! He's like, I've got to pause. It's 3 of us. Someone needs to TP down. Guys, I'm alone. Pretty standard stuff that happens in pubs, but seems like Saksa is going to be in some trouble.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get a kill here. They already used the Acorn shot. Jumping in with the Blink Strike from Taiga.
Saksa dies. That's how I see it. There's another Blink Strike, so extra slow. He does have Orb of Venom and Acorn Shot. I don't see where it is. Did it jump? If it jumps one more time, because it's 15-second cooldown right now, so that means it probably jumped once, and if it bounces back, Saksa's dead. Saksa's dead anyway, I would say.
You think Saksa's dead?
Does have a Fairy Fire and a Magic Stick, so we have to do the math on that one, but
not my strong suit.
I believe he's dead.
All right, well, you know what? First game of the year for Western Europe. I'm going to ask chat. Not that I'm going to be able to see it, but I'm going to ask them. 1, he goes down. He dies.
No, 1, if you like pressing 1. 2, if you think Saksa's going to die.
All right, you know what? That's fair. And if you want to say he's going to live, 3. 3 options there. We'll see if it works out. We'll see what they can do with it. And taking a look here over bottom. What are the things that stand out to you in this lane? Anything over bottom? You think it's going to be a quiet lane? Is it going to be something that really pops off? Are we going to be screaming a lot down here?
This is definitely not a killer lane for Tundra. It's more about the sustain, secure Skeeter, some farm. And looking at the items, Tundra, they always were super good when it comes to itemization. Like, what is that? If you've seen your Spectre buy these items in pub, you'd probably flame someone straight away. 6 mangoes, starting with Disperse. Like, do you want to use your mana or you don't? Like, no, it's mostly about region, because Snaking did start with 6 Tango, so he's going to be feeding mangoes to Spectre.
Okay. So feed the mangoes, have the mangoes. It's mango time, is what you're telling me. Let's see if Saksa goes down, top lane. He'll die. All right, Misha getting first blood. So you were correct. Anybody in chat who said 2 was correct. I guess if you pressed 1, you also like pressing correct. 1. Also correct. So you had a 66% chance of getting that right, and you nailed it. So first blood here is OG. They try some tomfoolery with the 3 heroes up towards top, and we'll see if they keep them here. See what the consensus is, and we'll find out a little bit later, because we're going to go back into another pause. You know,
we have to dissect that first blood. So it was Acorn Shot, another Blink Strike, perfectly executed from Yuragi. And who got the first blood in the end?
It was Misha.
It was Misha. Okay, good start for Misha. Already sitting on 500 gold. A lot of mangoes. Like, look at the build overall. 33 has 5 mangoes, Sage Mask. You know that he wants to spam out things. It's how they've been playing, and that's how they want TI. OG's having some sound issues on all 5 players.
TeamSpeak issues. I have not used that program in a while. I don't raid in WoW or anything like that. I don't use TeamSpeak. It's not for me. But I guess we'll see if they can fix those sound problems. They're getting an admin involved. And I like Mango Time. I'm a big fan of the mangoes. As you know, in the past, I have loved some mangoes. Mango slices, mango chunks, mango smoothies.
Ooh, mango smoothies. I'm down for some. I remember us in Romania having some really good smoothies. But I got to check inside Tundra's base, considering how many mangoes they got. Is there a mango tree? Did they plant it? Because this seems a relatively high number of mangoes that they got.
Well, you know, there is a certain time of year where mangoes grow more prominently out here. I don't know if it's that time of year. I couldn't tell you. I'm not a farmologist. I'm going to go with the guess on that word. Ecologist? Mangoologist. I think that might be the one.
All right, yeah. 33 agrees. He was like, applause. That was a good one.
Yeah. I like a little applause when I make really poor farm jokes. It's really where I'm at in life is just farm jokes. Misha's saying 1 minute. So I think they're getting things pretty much fixed up, which is always nice. And, you know, Misha could take his time. He's got first blood already. He's thinking about all that gold that he's got. Am I going to spend it all on mangoes? Maybe.
Looking at the bottom lane, Doom did eat one of those creeps and is also pulling the creep wave for himself. Snaking is doing the same thing, while Skitter doesn't have any creeps. He's just chilling.
Nothing yet, right? No creeps yet. I was speaking about the Doom. We see it a lot against Rubik. I swear when we were covering China, every time Doom was picked, Rubik was picked. And it's just like, the Rubik always ends up stealing the stun, right?
The War Stomp, yeah. Also, very interesting stats from China.
Oh.
So far, Doom has been picked 6 times and has lost every single game. Yeah.
So, I don't know if you're thinking about the odds there on that one, but we're going to see the odds on 33 going down. I don't feel like 100% Yuragi's going to get credit for that kill. This tri-lane really working out. And, I mean, it's 2 kills already with a 1,000 net worth lead for OG Tundra. They're
going to keep this tri-lane for a while, I think, because DM on bottom is, I think he's okay. If he feels pressured, he can always TP out. There's no stun available on side of Tundra. Dropping relatively low, but there's no more slow from Dagger, so he should be okay. Eventually, they're going to need TP and help out Doom, but for now, they are setting up things for Yuragi, sitting at 4 CS and looking at the mid lane. Pretty standard stuff. I don't think Dragon Knight's going to die in this lane. He just put a second point in Dragon's Blood, so no pressure. It's mostly going to be this tri-lane here.
Saksa with another death under his belt as Yuragi gets his second kill. They're also going to take out a boar, so the gold's flowing top for OG. I mean, it feels quite nice, and like you said, DM by himself, there's not lockdown to really worry about in this lane, so he should be pretty much safe. And what do you respond with here? What does Tundra do to respond to this tri-lane? Because they've already given up 3 kills up top. This is not exactly a lane that is feeling all right.
I don't know if they feel like they could potentially rotate Snaking to the top lane, because this lane's not working. Again. And another one.
Yeah, Bushwhack, telekinesis to try and survive, but a Blink Strike going in on the Saksa. They've got a double Blink Strike right click from the Lina. That's going to give enough damage to have Taiga grab the last shot. And it's now 4-0 here for OG. And it is looking grim up top for the side of Tundra. And I don't know if you would have predicted this. The odds on esportsbet.io leaning heavily towards Tundra.
For a good reason. I mean, the way Tundra won TI, the way they won finals against Team Secret, it was pretty one-sided. They looked like the best team. You know, people called them even boring at one point because how crisp their execution was. Literally no mistakes being made. DM on bottom, looking at him with the boots of speed, running away, trying to maximize his farm, maxing out Devour. This lane's going to get slightly more difficult as Tundra members start to get more levels, and this Skeeter, he's going into Blade Mail straight away. So that's his farming tool. Good way against like some of the uncontrollable damage, I would say, especially the one from Doom, from the Scorched Earth. And also, it does allow you to farm Ancients.
We've seen in the past Spectres go like Blade Mail Ags. I don't know if that's the look that you're gathering here. At least it's Blade Mail. We know that for sure. Thanks to the player queue. Always helps me out on predicting items. Saksa again in some trouble. Telekinesis throws him down on Amisha, but another Blink Strike from Taiga. Acorn shot.
Oh, unlucky.
Bounces over to the boar. So almost had another kill in this top lane, making it a 5th. But, well, they'll just survive, eking it out. But it is getting relatively close. And yeah, you can see DM maybe not feeling as comfortable going for the harassment on the Skeeter. He's level 4 already, so the Spectre's starting to have a really good time. 26 and 12. I mean, that is, with the way the harassment's going up top, at least this is going right? And then you've also got mid 28 and 7 for the DK.
Yeah, Dragon Knight stabilize a lot of these drafts, gives you that reliable stun, and his laning stage, you know that like, he doesn't have bad matchups. I think we're going to see definitely more of a Dragon Knight. He starts pushing the tower once he hits that level 6. And looking at the lineup that OG has, I know I saw it somewhere. It like brings back the memories. Queen of Pain plus Lina. It goes back down to the start of the previous DPC season when cool guys, they were playing Lina mid, but Queen of Pain as their safe laner.
Top lane again, Yuragi getting yet another. Now he's on a killing spree, taking out Saksa. Saksa already 4 deaths, so he's responsible for 4 of the 5 deaths that they have on Tundra already. But I mean, that being said, like, these kills, yeah, they're coming in, but are they going to matter so much if both the Spectre and DK are getting everything out of their lanes?
Doom also does have that Devour that we mentioned, so getting extra gold from it. It's a 1k gold lead for OG. Sometimes when you see 0 on the scoreboard, like, yeah, you want to get that 1 kill, start with something so it's not a 0. And DM, and he made a new lane for himself, trying to get the most out of the lane.
And that was a cheeky move right there by the Rubik, going with Blink Strike into the tricks there. As he used that Tricks of the Trade to get closer to the Arcane Rune, picks it up, and now, you know, stealing that away. And we've seen this in China as well, but hold on. Stun comes in, telekinesis from Saksa. That should keep 33 alive. However,
That's
the Bushwhack lands, and Saksa, he's going to go down for the 5th time, dominating here for Yuragi, and continuing to dominate the top lane. And I was going to say, you know, we've seen it in China as well, just the party over mid once that 6-minute rune shows up. And it was a similar story.
And they're now playing with the catapult. This is going to be a lot of damage on the tower. This might even be tower. 33 hiding inside the trees. They're going to need some kind of rotation. Dragon Knight, he doesn't have much mana. Does have 2 mangoes to work with, but let's see if they make a rotation. So far, OG's safe lane, pretty crisp, I would say.
Yeah, looking really good. And like you said, it might just be the tier 1 tower. There's nothing 33 could do. He's hiding in the trees, keeping himself safe. There were 4 heroes here for a second.
I've seen this in the pubs. Usually in this kind of a spot, the only item that he's missing is Shadow Amulet. Like, he was just collecting the XP. And yeah, Observer Ward already placed behind this tier 1, what was tier 1 tower. And Yuragi continues to dominate. Level 6 has that Laguna Blade available, going into Maelstrom, pretty standard Lina build. One of the, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't watched China, the reason why this hero is so popular is you max out the Fiery Soul, you get the Maelstrom BKB bots in which order you think is better, but Maelstrom is the farming tool, has that constant Fiery Soul charges. This hero is one of the fastest farmers in the game right now.
Yeah, so you're going to pick up that Maelstrom and really start to bolster that farm. Certainly the kills have been bolstering that farm. 57 and 12, and look at where you are on the net worth list. You're not only at the top, but compared to the Spectre, you've already got 1,200 more gold, and that's pre-Maelstrom. Things are just going to get even better here for Yuragi. So you got to worry if you're Tundra, how far behind are you going to allow yourself to get before you really start trying to counter the early game that OG has had. And they're going to go after Snake King. He'll Icarus dive away, get all the way through towards the bottom steps and away from the side of OG. And they are still searching. They threw an Acorn shot out just in case.
A big issue that Tundra is going to have is both supports are extremely under-leveled. Level 3, 8.5 minutes into the game. And both of these heroes do rely on having level 6 to have impact when it comes down to defending the tower or pushing the tower with the 10-minute catapult.
So 10-minute catapult, we'll see if that's the timing here for
anybody and what they're going to do with it. They've got 9 over mid. Now he's sitting level 8. That Elder Dragon form is on cooldown for another 30 seconds. Maybe they make a move to get the tier 1 tower mid once that's back up. They do have this Rubik kind of lingering around, as well as Taiga over to the side. But these supports, I mean, look at the levels. It's what, level 3 still here for Saksa. Snake King still sitting level 3. As for the supports on the side of OG,
Misha's level 5. And Taiga's level 3. But Ricky, as a support, you don't need levels. Like, it doesn't matter if you're level 6. This is a 15-minute timing hero who plays for the Shard, sleep into mostly going to be Bushwhack or LSA to play with. And yeah, we also haven't mentioned Ricky for people who are not playing much Dota. It was super popular in high-level pubs coming into, like, after TI. People figured out, you know what, Ricky, he's pretty good at trading in the lane, and if I just save up gold, get that Aghanim Shard, play with any kind of combo, the hero feels really strong. Also comes down to Smokescreen being buffed, so now the AoEs are the same on all 4 levels. That's one of the big buffs, and also having the level 10 talent, the even more AoE on it, plus this Smokescreen cooldown on 15, you can almost permanently have Smokescreen, which is pretty nuts.
Yeah, having that at level 4, a 75% chance miss rate is pretty ridiculous, especially when you got it on such a low cooldown. So we'll see how the Ricky comes into play as we get later and later into this game. And for right now, Tundra, no kills on the board, but still, I think the farm is okay. Spectre sitting at about 5k, like, that's fine. You've also got 9 over mid. He's doing well. That Elder Dragon form doesn't end up getting them a tier 1 tower in the mid lane, but it ends up being a good farming tool to keep him up to snuff with everybody else. And they look over at DM. They're trying to get the kill here onto the Doom, but still quite tanky, quite strong, and enough with that pig pole to get away.
We could see the power of Blade Mail against that Scorched Earth brings him down very low. Oh, they were trying to think about going on Saksa. Misha hits the Bushwhack, but no real follow-up.
Nothing doing just at the moment, and you're about to have, yeah, Misha level 6. So he'll have that Sharpshooter to go to, and that's an extra chunk of damage. That's going to be something they could throw the way of OG to Tundra. So we'll see how that ends up going by. Is they're going to bring heroes down here towards bot. They've got the telekinesis onto BCM. Saksa with that ult. They go to the Blade Mail. They're going to try and get in front of this one. Sharpshooter thrown by Misha. They've got 9 coming over with an Elder Dragon form, but they don't get the kill here just yet onto BCM. They'll go to the
no blink yet.
Taiga with the blink strike, slowing him up for the moment. Skitter still gets the kill onto BCM, getting their first on the board. So finally, Tundra getting themselves something out of this as they'll go forward with 9 having that blink dagger. And that means they're able to get a second, taking out Misha. So the aggression from OG, it comes down towards bot. They get the kill there on a Saksa, but they lose 2, and they lose that Queen of Pain.
This is their first Haunt used, even though it was available. They just could not find any openings, and 9 Blink Dagger just got delivered. They're going to start pressuring the mid tower. This mid tower is pretty dead, sitting at 90 HP, so Tundra opens up the map a little bit more.
Dire's middle tower has
How's 33 doing? He's in the middle of the pack with his Beastmaster farming up. Usually Beastmaster at this point of the game takes the tower, doesn't lose his tower, and we can see the pings coming out from him. He wants to be able to take it. Someone needs to rotate to the top, but for now, lurking around the mid lane, smoked. Blink Dagger available, as we said on Dragonite.
Just no Elder Dragon form. I feel like it's a bit of a risk to go in on that. 30 seconds on cooldown still. So they're going to back up into the jungle and maybe protect 33 as he puts the pressure onto the top tier 1.
Oh, Skitter TPing out.
Skitter just away. 4 heroes here for OG. They're not going to catch up. They also actually have a 5th DM coming across the side. Everybody's showing up for OG, but they're going to have their hands still empty. As Skitter goes over, and like you said, he's got that Blade Mail that'll help him farm the jungle. He goes over to the triangle.
Not just that, he also stacks the jungle for himself, while Rubik was stacking the big camp, and now with the Blade Mail, he's going to be able to farm those Ancients. Has a healing salve to bring to himself. Skeeter, you know, he's been pretty impressive his whole journey, how he won the TI, and yeah, you can see, does have a Broom Handle as a neutral item. Would be cool if someone drops Seeds of Serenity here for him, but yeah, level 10 Spectre, 13 minutes into the game, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, considering the fact that the other lane, the top lane, didn't exactly go that well, mid and safe lane for Tundra, it worked out. And there you can see the net worth advantage. It was 2k, but has really squeezed tight and is pretty much even. And with that 33, you know, they gave him space. He gets that top tier 1, cleans it up. No contest from the side of OG. They didn't even want to come over for that. So it's well done, I feel like, by Tundra, alleviating the pressure that was on top. Obviously, they already got the tier 1 tower from, like, in OG's perspective, and they tried to move it towards bot. And they got the tower too, but to keep it off of 33 and allowing him to get that tower is quite nice, right?
Yeah, the Tundra kind of stabilized the game for themselves, and the Skitter only needs 1,500 gold for his Aghanim Scepter, which is going to be another tool to play with. Dragonite uses a Blink Stun or a Beastmaster, has Vision with the Hawk, uses a Roar, Spectre with the follow-up. That's slightly too deep underneath the tower. DM doesn't even blink.
Yeah, not scared of the Blink Dragon Tail that came out from 9. Soxo, he's also throwing in a Fable. He's right now holding on to Scorched Earth at level 3 with that Spell Steal. Just hitting that level 6. And you can see DM just kind of hanging around. Put pressure on the tier 2. Again, Blink Dragon Tail.
He has way too much armor. Sitting underneath the tier 2 tower, has a Devour available. So 21 armor, pretty difficult to kill.
Certainly, and Taiga comes in. They've got the rest of OG following this one up. As BZM, he's near, he sees Soxa for the moment, but it doesn't look like they're going to go and jump in onto the Rubik just yet. Like you said, though, you've got Spectre continuing to farm to get into the Yags, very close to that. And not a bad idea also to have Snake King bottom, just trying to farm what he can. He's going into the Veil, he's already got himself to level 7, so he does have Supernova available. Talked about the counters, the Egg Scramblers that are on this team, with Alina, of course, being one of them. Last we spoke, had a Maelstrom. Now, since then, Falcon Blade Dragonlance going into the BKB, already has the Mithril Hammer. The farm is quite nice.
Yeah, it's insane. You can feel the difference. The second most farm hero in the game is Dragonite, and she's already 2.5k ahead of him. But Tundra, as I said, they are stabilizing. The next big timing for them is going to be this Aghanim Scepter on Spectre. And yeah, you said Snake King, he was at the bottom collecting some of the XP, did struggle for a little bit, did not have that egg available, and is now level 7. Fire Spirits are maxed out going into Veil, so that's going to amplify some of the magic damage that they got.
Considering the fact that Tundra's supports were heavily underleveled, they've evened it up with the supports of OG.
OG doesn't have much tower damage. They did take this tier 1 tower on the top lane with the catapult, and now they're gonna struggle. Like, they need to take a fight before they can take any objectives.
Maybe looking over to get Skitter, but he
Shard is available.
Gonna throw out that Sweeping Dart, pops the Blade Mail, Sunray now on top of Yuragi. LSA with the Laguna Blade, they get the kill on a Snake King, but they're gonna look over and try and finish the life with Alina. Ends up being a trade that's well worth it for Tundra as they take the 5x kill streak out of the hands of this Lina. And meanwhile, BZM up top getting a kill on a 33 with the help of DM as well as Misha. It's kills around the board for OG, but the big one is the prize ticket of Yuragi. And that is good gold going the way of Tundra. And you can see this is minus the 33 kill, but if you look at the fight recap, it does show that they did get a lot of gold coming out from that Lina kill, and it should update with that 33 death as well soon.
Yeah, that was very ambitious going on to Spectre like that, and on the mid lane, Tundra getting another pick off. With this type of a lineup, OG, like, they need to go for the kills. They need to get something done, because coming into the late game, the lineup from Tundra is just way too powerful, especially when it comes to the team fight. We still haven't seen the full team fight in action.
Again, he's gonna get caught back to back.
BKB, but
they
he
jump
can't get
forward,
it off.
and he gets the BKB off. It's not gonna matter. 9 ends up getting a kill there on Yuragi. That is a late BKB, and I mean, that's what happens when they've got the blink jump on him, and they are only using the Shadow Step because the Ags just got finished for Skitter.
That's huge. This is a type of a kill that, like, first the one on the bottom near the tier 2 tower, and now picking off Lina. So she's still at the top of the net worth, almost full 2k ahead of everybody else. But this is gonna set them back by quite a bit.
Yeah, a good couple of kills there for Tundra. Still holding onto the net worth lead, though, is OG. Look at these other 2 heroes on their side, too, with DM and BZM. You know, BZM bottom of the cores for OG, which is, you know, to be a little bit expected, I would say, with Lina having the Maelstrom so early, and, of course, DM working with that Devour. So maybe I would have expected DM's farm to be a touch higher, as he's got that Midas as well. But he's in an okay spot. He's got his BKB. That's a 9-second BKB ready to go. Obviously, Uragi just used his, so he's going to be in an 8-second BKB. But I think they're still going to be looking to fight, and that's exactly what they do with a 4-man smoke. They'll come on over and...
Problem is they can't start a fight. Like, their way of starting a fight is dart into Bushwhack or into LSA, which puts Lina very close to a fight. And she's down to 8-second BKB already, and they do have a BKB piercing ability anyway with this Beastmaster. And something that Lina does not never like to play into was these heroes that get on top of her, like from the supports, Tusk, Clockwork, Earth Spirit, and now playing into Spectre, who does have double wave, as you said, with the Shadow Step and Haunt available, going into Manta next. Like, she's never gonna feel too comfortable attacking Spectre because of this Blade Mail build that Skeeter decided to go for.
Yeah, this is a really solid step here for Tundra, having that Ag, so that double jump in is gonna
No
be something
puns intended. Like, this Shadow Step is, you know, just a step in the right direction.
Certainly a step in the right direction. Now they look over towards top. Skidder going to use that Shadow Step to get on top of DM. And there's the BKB. So 2 BKB usages coming out from OG that really don't net them anything. The first one wasn't able to save the life of Uragi. The second one is able to get DM out. But still, if you're Tundra, that feels pretty good to get those out of the hands of OG. Those early seconds. Those early 9-second BKBs. Look at this, 78-22 already on the Dota plus win probability, and they're right into Roche.
Yeah, I think this is even being generous at this point, considering the lineup that Tundra has and how well they have been playing in the last 10 minutes. When it comes down to the tri-lane, yeah, they lost it because they couldn't punch back, and now Skeeter holding on to Aegis, has another Shadow Step available going into Mantis style. Like, you're playing against Spectre. Yes, you do have a break mechanic with this Hoodwink, but I don't think Spectre is afraid of it.
Yeah, Spectre doesn't seem too scared at the moment, and you know, getting into the Asha soon. Taking a look at DK, because 9, he leads the net worth on the side of Tundra. He's going into the Ags next. He's 1,000 gold away from that. They're about to take a tier 2 tower up towards top. I mean, 33's recovery. It wasn't really him who died up at top a lot. It was Saksa who died 5 times during that laning phase. So he still got a decent chunk out of that lane, especially when they open up the space for him. And I kind of worry for OG how they're going to be able to handle him, especially now working with this Helm of the Overlord. They look over to the side, Bushwhack Sharpshooter coming through, not going to land on the Phoenix, but the Blink and the ult coming through on a Snake King, so they'll take the Phoenix to start, and they'll take out Saksa next. But 33 with Primal Roar that hits out of the Queen of Pain, they'll throw the dart over and put this Beastmaster to sleep. LSA to follow it up, so there's the combo, there's the kills. 3 kills there for OG, and Tundra, they kind of get caught in no man's land, and OG take advantage.
Finally, we see OG punching back with the draft that they have. Ricky using the Sleeping Dart into Bushwhack, then Sleeping Dart into LSA. Still holding on to Aegis on Spectre for another 3.5 minutes. Once they respawn, they're going to be ready to go. One jump from Dragon Knight, it's a long duration stun. It's a 3-second stun, so they can do a lot of damage, especially once that Manta style is finished on Spectre. With the Dragon Knight, they can go for solo pickoffs. And it's a full Aghanim Scepter. As you mentioned, he was so close to it, and now has it. Level 15 on Dragon Knight, and I like what I see in his quick buy. Oh, Sharpshooter.
Lane, Sharpshooter coming in. They've got the break as well as the sleep, but they're not going to follow this up. TP coming in from Staking. I thought for a second, because I know 9 was shifting. He wasn't sure if he wanted to pick up that Ags. He thought about AC for a second. Had that queued up for a moment, and now it's going to be back to the Ags, so will be the Ags in full here for 9. Might want to clean up some inventory there. Full 9 slotted.
That's why he's called 9.
Yeah, well, his courier just... There it is. The courier finally delivered it. 9 for 9 slots.
Let's see how they execute Roar on cooldown for 10 seconds. One thing they don't have is way to deal with this Ancient Black Dragon, the Ancient Creep. Maybe if Doom decides to pick up his level 15 talent, Devour can target Ancients. Let's see if he decides to go for it. Very close to level 15, by the way.
Yeah, once he gets there, we'll take a look and see the feeling that he's going to get. We're still working with an Aegis for about 2 minutes on the side of Tundra. Using the time right now to go for the Manta is about 1,000 gold off. A little bit more than that now, a little bit less. So shouldn't be too long till he gets that. But you can see Tundra is still posturing inside OG's jungle. Like, they're not afraid to go for this, especially knowing that they've got the global movement here for the Spectre if need be. Bushwhack gets thrown. That's not going to land, but they go to the sweep. It hits on a 9. Now they've got the smoke screen. This is going to be Skitter throwing out the Shadow Step for the moment, but not a Haunt.
Still farming on the bottom lane. They definitely want to use this Aegis, but couldn't find any openings. Their Observer Ward just got devorted, so slightly limited on vision. They still do have Hawk, so that's one way to start a fight. Also, Haste, spawn top, Dragonite will be picking that one up.
There we go. All right, he picks it up. Smoke again. Still working with that Haunt. Shadow Step off cooldown in just 4 seconds. Taiga, he's over to the side. They'll go to the Dust. They've got the Blink as well as the Dragon Tail. Shadow Step comes in, and they get the kill on the Taiga. They're going to look towards the back as BZM and Misha need to walk away. They'll blink away on BZM. They don't get anything else, but again, it's very easy for them, especially once they have that Dust, to have Skitter jump through with the Shadow Step.
Oh, DM, Roar.
Saksa,
It's gonna be there.
telekinesis, and that should mean that they've got this ready to go. Meanwhile, Saksa, he's also stolen the Sleeping Dart. So he can not only put them in with the telekinesis, but he has the sleep available, and Skitter with another kill on a DM.
Oh, this is a big steal. We didn't talk too much about Rubik, but there's some cool spells to steal. Cloud from Ricky, Smokescreen, Dart, LSA, one of the better ones. Stuff from Doom if you want to farm up with Devour. Doom, of course, like even Bushwhack. Queen of Pain, BZM has been kind of silent, mostly farming on a mid lane. BKB done, plus Kaya Sanj, very tanky, does have that status resistance, going into Witchblade next.
Yeah, like you said, has been a little bit quiet, and he's 3-1-1, so he's gotten a couple kills here and there, but they've been on, I believe, mainly snaking with using that Sonic Wave. So BZM, once he gets into the Witchblade, I'm wondering where OG are going to go with this. They want the Satanic on Yuragi, then they're going to go into the Silver Edge there too.
That's one way for Yuragi to be able to punch back Skeeter when he comes in with the Blade Mail. Satanic is more than enough for you to sustain and keep hitting on a target. And Doom in the end decided to go for that Devour can target Ancient's talent on 15. So that's one way to deal with Ancient Creep that 33 has.
So 5-man smoke coming out from OG. As Tundra are sitting bot, trying to take a tier 2 tower. And that will be 2 of the 3 tier 2s already gone on the side of OG. They make their rotation in, but will they catch anybody? 33 in an interesting spot here to break the smokes coming in from OG as they're up on the high ground, and he is not spotted just yet. He goes into the TP attempt, and he'll be safe to leave. The rest of Tundra not too far behind, and they will escape with their lives. So OG, that smoke doesn't lead to anything, and Tundra just a perfect fuel for the movements of OG.
What a sneaky play there from Tundra. But also they're getting a lot from the map where you have Skeeter. He can be anywhere on the map and then joining a fight with that Shadow Step or with the Haunt, going into Lincoln Sphere next. The Sleeping Dart combo and also Doom.
Yeah, want to protect yourself as best you can. I believe there was a Manta Beam, completed here for 9.
It's such an annoying build. I think it became popular like a year ago, so you now have all the benefits from the Dragon, from that Manta style. It's very good for sieging, especially with the Beastmaster. Tundra's looking for potentially next Roche spawn, which can be up in 40 seconds.
Right now, a 3-man smoke. 9, Saksa, and 33. What is Saksa holding on to? He doesn't actually have spelled. See if he can steal something. Smoke's gonna break. Taiga's right there, goes to the Sleeping Dart. So now they'll move over to try and get the kill here on Saksa. Sonic Wave comes out again, and they'll take out the Rubik. The Shadow Step was from Skitter, but not enough to really get anything at the moment. They're starting to back away on OG. Need to be very careful. Positioning from Tundra, maybe looking towards jumping through, but eventually they back up towards their side of the river once again.
I think it might be a good idea to start thinking about Gem on side of Tundra, get rid of Vision, and see this Riki. Riki has been very annoying, and we can see why this hero has been so popular, at least in high-level European pubs where played as 4 or 5. We've seen even some off-lane Rikis, but this Sleeping Dart, very annoying spell to deal with.
Yeah, certainly. Makes these setups pretty easy. Shadow Step once again, and Misha on the run, but DM comes in to try and help out. This Hoodwink, Breathe Fire from 9 is the finishing blow needed to get the kill. And they've got themselves at least one. With Roche now being available again, these teams are going to fight it out potentially for the next Aegis if they go in once more.
Lina used the BKB there.
It's not the best, as that's going to be on cooldown for another 80 seconds, so it's rough if OG now want to fight in a Roche, right?
Yeah, definitely, but they're so slowed. You have this Dragonite with his dragon form, constantly either with his Manta style, Shadow Step coming out from Spectre, daggers, constant dagger spam. They're not moving, and the Spectre, oh, she was thinking about getting Linken's, but in the end, seems like it's gonna be Scotty. Makes her more tanky, deals well with that Satanic that Lina just showed.
And DM caught with the telekinesis. They're going to go forward with the Shadow Step once again. The BKB's been popped by DM.
Staff.
He's surviving for now. Taiga over to the side going after an illusion, but here comes down with the blink as well as the Dragon Tail coming out of the Skitter. Skitter's going to get really into this fight with BZM. BKB and a blink away, but Misha on the run from Skitter still. He's all the way in the base. They only got the kill on a Taiga. They've taken out one, and they'll burn away Misha with the fireball placed on the ground by 9. So Skitter in deep, using that haunt after the Shadow Step down on top of these heroes on the side of OG. They don't get the cores, but they do take out the supports.
Yeah, very clean execution there coming out from Tundra. Being able to take down 2 supports, not committing heavily. Good Force Staff coming out to be able to save Skeeter because he committed with both Haunt and the Shadow Step and not getting any kills. Also very nicely placed Egg. Like when you see Lina not having a BKB, or if your Roar is available, I think Snaking can even go for a bit more aggressive placement in terms of like Egg in the middle of a fight. Some mic issues, but Tundra resolved that quickly.
And they're looking to be going when ready, and that's when the 3, 2, 1 countdown is over. You can see 9 just working on this tower as Yuragi over to the side dealing with an illusion. BZM had to fall all the way back. He was quite low in that exchange. They'll buy back on Misha. And the Racks are in trouble. Meanwhile, Skitter, he's got the Shadow Step ready, so he doesn't have to be exactly right there at the fight. He's looking to get himself into that Scotty, but now they'll get the kill on Misha. It's going to be the Shadow Step that leads to that. Skitter right back.
He's gone for
jungle.
70.
Yeah, he just bought back. That was a second ago. Heaven's Halberd picked up by 33. And he hit the telekinesis on a DM. Here comes Taiga as well as BZM looking after Saksa. They've got him off and over to the side, but the Dragon Tail comes out from 9. They've got the Sunray right on top of this Riki. They'll get the kill on Saksa, but they end up trading Taiga. Laguna Blade 9 doomed up, and the chase is on, but the Primal Roar, it comes through on a DM who was going after Snaking. The LSA lands as the dart was there for 33, and they'll look to get the kill out of the Beastmaster after taking out this Phoenix. 3 heroes dead on the side of Tundra, make it a 4th. Yuragi with the double kill and a little bit of a defense from OG.
And instantly marking Roche on a minimap. They want to get this one done. How are we looking in terms of buyback for Tundra members? Everyone has buyback besides Beastmaster because he just committed. He bought Heaven's Halberd. Let's see if they can take it. Spectre trying to buy some time, going on DM top. It's mostly to see where they are, if they're going inside the Roche pit, but they know they're not doing it. Yuragi showing on the bottom lane, very low on HP and mana.
Taking another look at this fight, and you see how big the smoke screen is. Saksa off to the side, Sonic Wave again to commit onto the Rubik, but then they look over at 9. 9 stunned up, Laguna Blade in, and then they commit with the Doom from DM, and that gives them the damage to get this kill, and you can see the Maelstrom bouncing around. They find 33, they find Snaking. DM gets credit for that one, and then of course 33 on the run. This fight really looking good there for OG, and one of the first big fights outside of the laning stage that gets them a victory, right?
Yeah, after laning stage, they didn't have many. They tried a couple of times on Spectre, not too very successful, but yeah, they did manage to kill Roshan in the end. And who picked up the shard? Doom. I think Doom got it, or Queen of Pain. So both of them have it. I like that BZM understands in these fights, I'm just going to blow up one of these supports. Mostly it's been Rubik, but he also... Oh, Ricky's in trouble.
Yeah, spotted.
And that's a gem.
So dead. Gem
That's
on
a
the deck.
second gem. Oof.
Misha's gem. Now in the hands of Tundra.
Thanks, Taiga.
Appreciate it. They've also got a gem on Phoenix.
He bought back in the previous fight, so won't be up for another 50 seconds. Doom. Looking for an opening. Doesn't have ulti.
Yeah, but they've got the bushwhack that lands on a 9, and now they're going to try and come over with the haunt. They'll get the kill on a 9, and now they'll jump over. Skitter in a little bit far, but the rest of the side of OG are backing away as Misha ends up dead to this Spectre, and a 1-for-1 that they'll happily take.
Whenever Misha shows, Skitter is ready to go on him with either Shadow Step or Haunt, knows that he's going to be able to get the kill. But Misha did the job. He broke Dragonite, and they did manage to get him in the end.
Yeah, so a big kill there. 50 seconds on the sidelines, going into a Daedalus. He's just about got the gold for that. We'll see if he buys out. You know, you are working against OG that does have an Aegis in their hands for 3.5 minutes, so you might want to save for the buyback just in case. That was a Sonic Wave from BZM, just potentially making sure it works.
Yeah, he does have level 20 talent, so not too afraid to use it. Has Lincoln Sphere, which is going to help out quite a lot against Blink Initiation from Dragonite.
Double damage up in the top area of the river.
Doom, very close to his level 20, has Octarine Core available, minus 35 seconds on Doom. This is where you can like fight every minute pretty much.
Are scanning.
Yeah, math, not my strong suit, but about 75 seconds, 73 seconds on that Doom cooldown minus the 35. So yeah, like you said, every minute or so you're gonna have Doom available. So we'll see what the deal is with Doom is, you know, building the Aeon Disc, trying to survive a little bit longer in these exchanges. Hits that level 20, gets that 35-second reduction. And here come Tundra over to the side. They've got the telekinesis. They look to get the kill on Amisha. They'll get the hoodwink. And that's one to start. The rest of the team is nearby. They need to be careful. Yoragi, well, he's been singled out for the moment with BKB being popped by DM. Taiga getting low. Yoragi throwing out some right clicks, but here comes the rest of the side of Tundra. And Yoragi in trouble, as that was an LSA that landed for the
33
Rubik.
has Roar.
They've got the Aegis, and they'll have a second life with BKB being popped by Yoragi, trying to TP out of this one. They go to the back lines looking for BZM. They'll get themselves both the kill onto Yoragi, looking over at BZM, who just blinks and looks to TP, but the jump again from Skitter, not enough.
Oh, man.
Just getting BZM out of that one, but they got Yoragi, and that's really the big one to come for.
BZM used Lincoln's there on Yoragi, try to save him, but not enough. You can see the way Tundra, they're really hungry in this one, and the problem is Spectre shows where everyone is before every start of the fight. They have much better vision with the Hawk. They're also holding on to both gems. Once again, oh, Sleeping Dart.
Snake King and the Bushwhack. Yeah, they've got the damage, especially with the Sonic Wave.
We'll take the gem. Take the gem back. It's snaking, so Tundra's holding OG's gem and OG's holding Tundra's.
Give me gem, receive gem. That works.
Good trade offer. Yeah, you see, to these two supports, they would die almost immediately. Taiga forced to get out. Without Misha, they don't have what it takes to like control them, and these illusions, like you don't know which Dragonite is real, so DM is in a kind of a tough spot once they pop Manta Styles, once Spectre's in, if there's a Manta Style on Dragonite available, if he's not the one initiating, they're gonna have a trouble finding which one is the real one.
Yeah, steals the LSA that was used to try and survive there from Yoragi, but they had the damage, and now they're gonna get a kill on Amisha once again. I mean, there is really no stopping Skitter with this Shadow Step in the farm that he's got at the moment. He's also picked up a Hex. So we've been seeing a lot more Scythe Device.
Mostly on the offlaners in China, but this is a really good pickup. Like, you don't care too much about mana regen. Yes, you do consume a lot of mana with constant mana, with spam, with the Manta Style as well to push out the waves, but it's mostly about going with the Haunt and just having something to lock onto target with the Manta Style. You can easily solo pick off. I don't think you can kill cores solo, but you can definitely kill the supports.
Yeah, the supports are really in trouble, and you know, Tundra, they've got themselves a 5,000 net worth lead. They've really come in and felt themselves as time went on, and pretty much all the fights have kind of gone their way. What if you're OG? What do you do at this moment? You're not down by a terrible amount of gold, but what's your road?
Next Roche in 2 minutes. They can't allow Tundra to take this one.
Ooh, Haunt used, and well, they've got the Hex. It's on Yuragi. He's in the trees. The LSA is going to be used, but it's not going to land on a Skitter, so he'll pop and try to survive as he looked to use that Satanic. But Skitter, just by himself, is able to take out Yuragi, who was, throughout most of this game, the biggest threat of the map.
Yeah, and he also found another gem.
Ooh.
Yeah, that Scotty ruins your Satanic. You're not life-stealing as much. And we can see Dota Plus win probability up to 92.
Yeah, not shocking considering.
Well, good luck stopping
we're
this
seeing.
kind of a siege. You have Hawk scouting things out in base, 9 with flying movement. He also has Spell Prism, so permanent dragon form.
They don't have Yuragi, but they're still looking to maybe fight. Primal Roar
Aeon
comes in.
Disc.
That's going to pop the Aeon Disc on DM. 9 still looking forward. They go to the BKB. They'll jump in with BCM. The Fireball's on the ground. They go to the Doom. That's going to be
good
placed
force.
out onto the Dragon Knight. They're still going forward. DM, though, burning with the Sunray on him. 9's able to get the kill on him as BZM, BKB blink over to the side. But here comes Saksa. Throws out an LSA, but the BKB is going to be the savior for BZM, who blinks back into the base. And they'll take the tier 3 tower over mid. They'll look towards the racks. The bushwhack lands onto the Dragon Knight. But 9 not really too afraid. They have Yuragi back up in 20 seconds.
Man,
they
Lina
have
was
buyback
so
on both of
short.
them, too.
Lina needed like 50 gold after she died for a buyback, and now Dragon Knight.
Oh, Saksa in. Telekinesis. Misha's going to be dead to rights. They get the kill there onto the Hoodwink. All 3 have buyback, but how are you going to go about winning this game as you're on your heels? BZM in some trouble, blinks back into the base. Saved by the Stormcrafter to go up into the air for just a moment. They're charging up the Sharpshooter, throwing it over onto Saksa. The damage there with the Laguna Blade. They get the kill to Saksa. They'll take the Rubik, but now they've got the Primal Roar onto Yuragi. Sonic Wave comes out, but it's not going to be enough damage to get any of the kills on the side of Tundra. They already got the kill onto Saksa, but it's just Saksa. Is it really enough to fight into this? They go after 9. They land the LSA. The damage coming in from Yuragi. It's feeling like enough with the Inferno Blade hitting from DM. They'll finally take out a second. They'll blink forward for 33,
They
who
need to
pops
get
the
more out of this.
BKB, but he'll be able to escape with said BKB and a TP out.
Let's see the Roche spawn. Does it benefit OG? Is Gaimin on their side? Minute and 40. The answer is no.
No.
So this is their last set of barracks. They did buy back on Misha and DM. Pretty difficult task to ask. Like, it's very... Oh, here comes again. Spectre. Quick
Shadow
in and out.
step. Back to farming the jungle. Life has never felt so good, and by the way, those illusions popping the Aeon Disc.
Perfect game from Skeeter. 11, 0, and 8.
11-0-8, no deaths so far. I don't want to jinx anybody. I know how sometimes the caster's curse can come in just like that. So we'll see how they go about this and how they're going to go about going for the next Roche. Both sides, really. I mean, it's a 10K lead for Tundra now. So difficult for OG.
Oh, he got the LSA.
And they landed. They've got the Inferno Blade with a Laguna Blade to follow it up. They get a kill on a Saksa.
Skeeter uses Shadow Step, hexes, and then immediately goes back to bottom.
Don't bother me when I'm farming. He's also got a BKB now. Roche in 30. So they theoretically should be without Rubik going into this. Ooh, Spell Prism. That should be nice if you're going to throw that on the Doom as well. And that's exactly what they're going to do. And there is a Haunt this time, as Misha's going to die to Snake King with the Sunray. Gem
I
on the
think
deck.
we all experienced this type of a game as a support where enemy carry is so farmed, especially Spectre. She finds you anywhere, one glimpse of vision, you're dead. Very annoying for OG. Like, you can't defend yourself. Misha, very poor at the moment, has that shard, only Arcane Boots, trying to go into Aeon Disc. Like, Aeon Disc can be both good and bad, because as you said, like, Aeon Disc does proc sometimes during the full Haunt or just the Shadow Step, and then with the next one, it's a lower cooldown anyway. Shadow Step down to 40 seconds, and Aghanim Scepter available on Roche. OG's just gonna have to let this one go.
Yeah, that is not the best feeling, that's for sure. You'll give a cheese over to the DK. And an Ags for 33. We'll see if he consumes it. Certainly might. And Yuragi again hexed. But they've got the sweep onto the Spectre. So they save the life of the Lina. Beastmaster just holding on to the blessing for the moment.
He's reading. He's like, yeah, what does this axe do? Let me just check the drums. Yeah, I bang some drums and I heal, I deal damage. Less heal coming out from creeps. More from creeps, less from heroes.
Might as well just give it over to my Rubik, who can steal 2 spells. Which has been nice, because there's a lot to choose from here. We've seen the stolen LSA do a lot of damage and a lot of control. So, hoping that, you know, you've got Rubik maybe with a dart and an LSA of his own. Would be nice.
Saxa did the struggle in this game. He's been heavily targeted by OG members, whether it was Ricky, Taiga.
Sleep in, and they're going to get the Bushwhack. They'll look over with the Infernal Blade. 9 coming over with BKBB, pop by DM. Skitter over to the side. Throws a dagger out, and now they're going to pop the Lincolns on BZM. They get the Doom off onto the Dragon Knight, but the Telekinesis coming in from Saxa to save this DK. 9 on the run back, but they've got
speed.
DM. DM trying to get out of this one. They'll also get the kill on the Taiga, and Taiga dies. DM falls. 2 heroes gone on the side of OG. Don't have buyback on either of them, and that's going to be a bit of an issue as Tundra are looking to go for more. They find themselves their hands on Misha. Misha throws the Bushwhack, but that's not going to save your life. They get another kill onto the Hoodwink, and now only Yuragi as well as BZM can defend. These heroes don't have buyback, the racks are exposed, and OG are in a horrid spot to try and save this game. They go and they find the Lakuta Blade over on a 9. They get the kill onto BZM. They'll take out Yuragi. 5 heroes down on the side of OG. They'll call GG, and it will be Tundra who takes game 1 over the side of OG.
Yeah, what a, I would say, perfect start for OG in terms of how they played the tri-lane. They did kill Saxa 5 times in the laning.